Race number 1 here. Red lights are on. Just having an issue with the on-course public address, but they're off and racing. Little I can do about it from up here. They're racing now, and Zebra Finch the inside jump well. Zootanium showing speed. Also handy was Hidden Achievement as they get through the first 100 metres or so. Just behind them was Namaste. They were being closely followed on the outside of those horses by Swift Legend as we're back on course. Behind those was Queen of Clubs, and back to last Serapo. Down the side they go, and Zootanium shows the way by 2 lengths. It's Zootanium the leader, strides out in front, 700 metres to run. Parking second, Zebra Finch without cover, getting keen behind Namaste, and Hidden Achievements enjoying a good run in transit fourth. Behind those Queen of Clubs, further back was Swift Legend, and Serapo have to come past all of them to win. Approaching the home turn, 450 metres to run. Zootanium leads by a narrow margin on Zebra Finch. The outside Hidden Achievement being called upon. He's trying to wind up. Swift Legend just laying in a bit the widest. Back behind Namaste, Serapo still with a bit to do. In the straight, they're coming past the 250 metres. Zebra Finch up on the outside of Zootanium. Hidden Achievement, Serapo leaving it later. 100 to go. Zebra Finch, Zootanium. Zebra Finch just in front. Zootanium kicks back. Zebra Finch will do just enough. Zebra Finch has won it from a photo. Zootanium, Hidden Achievement. The order didn't really change down the running. Behind them, Serapo, never likely. Next in the run was Queen of Clubs, Swift Legend. And pulling up at the end was Namaste.
It is Godolphin and Zebra Finch who take out the first. The blinkers go on for the first time, and a 2-year-old son of Exceed and Excel breaks through at start number 3. It was almost the last horse she wanted to be on prior to the turn. He seemed to be pushing Zebra Finch along, our jockey challenge favourite in Kerrin McAvoy, but he was able to get the best out of this galloper. The 4's stuck on Gamely Zootanium. The 1 Hidden Achievement in for 3rd, and the 2 will ultimately run into 4th, that being Namaste, who travelled sweetly but just couldn't quite sprint with them in the concluding stages. So Zebra Finch, a horse that was $51 for the JJ Atkins prior to this, another one who may be considering a trip north. Brad, off the back of that.
Well, he certainly gives every indication that he'll have no problem with a mile, so that was all about positional speed, wasn't it? So Kerrin McAvoy punching up to be handy throughout, and ultimately that has won the race, because where they settled in the run was largely where they finished. So the 2 who turned the corner for home were the 2 that fought out the finish. Zootanium brave in defeat, stepping off maiden grade in Melbourne, but Zebra Finch with that little gear change, blinkers first time, he just had a little bit too much late strength to get the verdict. Hidden Achievement, he was the one working home quite nicely. You had to say that Serapo, despite the race shape not really suiting, he was a little bit disappointing in his run home.
6, 4, 1 and 2 confirmed there. Zebra Finch trimming into $26 for the JJ Atkins off the back of that run. A couple of disappointing runs in behind. They'll have to have a think and come back another day. 6. Well, congratulations, Paul. The stable, I'm sure, elated with what they saw from the Zebra on that occasion. Great win.
Yeah, no, he definitely showed a bit of improvement with the blinkers where he could take a forward spot, which helped him in the run today with no pace on. I'm sure he'd be better ridden a bit quieter, but just for today, it worked out perfect.
It seems as though Kerrin kind of had to push him along prior to the turn to say, hey, keep your mind on the job, but geez, he stuck to his task well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, in his first 2 starts, Kieran's thought that he might needed the blinkers because he's just not concentrating, not focused, but today with the blinkers, got the desired result.
And do you have any idea whether they're considering a trip up north? The JJ Atkins, the trip certainly doesn't look like it would be a quandary.
Yeah, no, that's on the cards for sure. We just wanted to see him run well today. If he pulls up well, the team will work out where he goes.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
All right, and congratulations to James Cummings and the team. 6, 4, 1 and 2. Zebra Finch too good. Corey?
He looks like he's really improved. The blinkers on.
Yeah, definitely, Brownie. He gave me a nice feel at Hawkesbury when I rode him, and we decided that it might be time just to try the blinkers, and he just sort of done it in snatches and patches the other day, and it was nice to see him go to the trials there with the mid-prep trial, and it was on the poly, but he did a little bit sharper, and he was a bit more connected from the start of the trial onwards, so that gave us good confidence that he could run well today, and that's what he did. He was able to jump out and get into a nice controlling spot.
A little bit flat-footed when the sprint went on, but he stuck it out well.
Yeah, that was sort of partly due to me. I wanted to just have his revs up and going around the corner, and he was doing that for me, which was good. So he's the sort of colt that only does enough, and I'm sure if he got challenged, there was an extra kick in the locker. So if James and the team decide to go to Brisbane for that mile race, I I wouldn't be against it if he's pulled up well from today.
Well done.
Thanks.
In goes Dev Grew, and we're getting closer now for the highway. Second event. Lovely conditions here, trackside at Rosehill. Sun breaking through, mild temperature. Canadian Ruler about to join them in the gates. Won that highway at Hawkesbury last time out. Trained by Matt Dale these days. And now my mate Kate about to walk in, and the last one to move up will be New Pharaoh. He's in the quartered cap, normal Kavanagh colours, and his stablemate Warrior for Peace is in a white cap. Second favourite Warrior for Peace. Ready to jump. Red light turned on, they're set. Off and racing now. Boys Night Out got a nice start near the inside, looking for Warrior for Peace. He's a little bit closer today. He's midfield and trying to slot in. Keenly contested lead. Sibylla Straight Fire break out of the pack with Canadian Ruler moving up wider on the track. Just behind them as they settle down was To Be Frank. As a towel blows off Straight Fire there as they go through the first 100 metres. On the outside was my mate Kate, settling behind the speed Warrior for Peace. He's pretty close for him. In behind those horses was on the rails Rouge Moulin. 3 wide was New Pharaoh. They were being trailed by My Last Hooray, Airliner, Air Jordan, Mark's Icon, followed by Pussyfoot, and back on the inside, Dev Grew. They slow the tempo. Sibylla leads, running to the side. 650 metres to go. Half a length Canadian Ruler. Third the inside was Straight Fire. Close and handy, Boys Night Out. He's travelling pretty comfortably here before the turn. In behind those was To Be Frank. The outside as they turned was my mate Kate, and Warrior for Peace just looking for a passage. He's following Boys Night Out into the straight here. Sibylla led. Canadian Ruler, Boys Night Out. There's the run coming for Warrior for Peace if good enough. He's just had to switch course again. Back to the inside, Straight Fire, but the favourite moves up, Boys Night Out, and he bounded clear. 150 to run. He gets away from Canadian Ruler. Warrior for Peace, green in pursuit, then New Pharaoh. But have a look at this. Boys Night Out is going to bolt in. Boys Night Out cruises down to beat My Last Hooray, and Warrior for Peace, I think, third. Ahead of New Pharaoh, the outside, then To Be Frank, Canadian Ruler, followed home by Widest Pussyfoot, making some late headway, Airliner. Next in was Straight Fire, Dev Grew, Rouge Moulin, Air Jordan, and Mark's Icon.
Oh, Boys Night Out. Well, there will be some big nights out off the back of that, you would imagine. That's an absolute demolition mission. The lay of the day, well, it's one eased down by 4 at least as we check out the margins in a bit. But remarkable effort from Matty Dunn as well. A shout out to him. His 39th highway win. He was the king of these highways for some time. Obviously not eligible when his stable shifted for a moment. But it has been a while between drinks. So Cranky Harry, his last highway winner, and that was July last year, Brad. It's not too often he's had a break like that, but he's bounced back, and hasn't Boys Night Out done an absolute number on them. 2, 3, 10 and 9. My Last Hooray was good. The 10 Warrior for Peace chopped out at a vital stage, and the 9 New Pharaoh okay as well, the second of those Brett Kavanagh runners.
But when you want to break a run of outs, that's the manner in which you want to do it. And what a ride by Aaron Bullock. He just didn't make a wrong move throughout. It was a perfect steer. He jumped on terms. He settled 1 out, 1 back, gave the horse plenty of time, plenty of momentum, and the chance to really let down. And didn't he sprint quickly when asked for that final effort? So times and margins at the finish. My Last Hooray did a really good job on the backup out to the 1,500 metres. That opens a few doors for Frank Cleary going forward. Warrior for Peace boxed on okay, and New Pharaoh there also for Brett Kavanagh, but he was different gravy. Boys Night Out.
He doesn't come to town very often, Aaron Bullock, but when he does, you know that he's got a good one underneath him. That was an absolute demolition job there. Like Ben said, he gave it a terrific ride. He drew soft. He was always going to get a nice run, but just when he exposed the horse and let it go through its gears, gee, you can ride this, boy.
I got excited. I said 4 lengths. It was 3 3/4, so I'll work on that for next time. But 2, 3, 10 and 9 as we head north. 36.14 the close, 1:33.05 the race time.
Congratulations, Aaron. Gee, he was dying at that horse.
Yeah, he was. Look, there's not always you get one that's a standout in the highway, but coming here today, I was quietly confident. It was just a matter of how heavy the track would be. But look, he got through it really easy, and Look, soft draws always help. I was able to just jump and get into a lovely spot and had a lovely rhythm, and it's not often you're saying woo boy at the corner, and it was just a matter of going at the right time.
To Luke Marlowe for the call of race number 3, and a reminder that track upgrade we have gone from a 9 to an 8. Not retrospective, so races 1 and 2 on a heavy 9, and we're from an 8 from this point on. $4.40 the field as we get to Luke.
40 now, number 4, Vegas Raider. He's fresh up here. He's a horse that used to sit back off the speed to start his career, and now he likes to get out and go. He'll certainly be prominent in the run here. He may well be your leader, providing he steps cleanly. In they come. Harry's Bar about to be led up, trained down at Kembla Grange. Recent synthetic trial to get her ready for this. Zulfikar Kumbila go forward. Lady Extreme has gone up. Oakfield Badger about to join them as well. In goes Don't Doubt Merlin. I Am Brave about to come forward. Awkwardly drawn here for the unbeaten I Am Brave. We'll have to do it from the outside stall here. She comes up. And Let's Go Again completes the line. Midway here. Set at Rosehill. Racing. Caught them in a great line. Vegas Raider, the inside, stepped away fast. Also showing speed, Harry's Bar, and working forward wide out. Let's Go Again from Zulfikar, Oakfield Badger. Don't Doubt Merlin, Lady Extreme beaten for speed, followed by I Am Brave. And Kumbila's last. Vegas Raider speeds off the back at the 650s. A length and a half, Harry's Bar. Running third, Let's Go Again, followed by Zulfikar. Don't Doubt Merlin, 3 wide. Oakfield Badger the rails, followed by Lady Extreme, I Am Brave, and Kumbila's last a ball, but Vegas Raider's a loose leader to the turn. He's been let rip in front here. He's clear in the straight from Harry's Bar, the outside running on Let's Go Again. Then Lady Extreme coming out of the pack, followed by Oakfield Badger down below the 250. Let's Go Again sprinting up now. Hits the lead from Vegas Raider, and Lady Extreme is running on. 100 metres to go. Let's Go Again being joined by Lady Extreme. Lady Extreme going to Let's Go Again. Lady Extreme, no trial, no worries. Too good, nice training performance. Blake Ryan gets up to win from Let's Go Again and Harry's Bar. Then came in behind them Oakfield Badger, I Am Brave. Don't Doubt Merlin, Kumbila, Zulfikar, one of the last home.
7, 13, 8. Lady Extreme, too good for them there. Had a beautiful run in transit. Well spotted in the yard. Good tipping team. Alicia Collett, Blake Ryan team up. This is a 5-year-old mare by Extreme Choice, picking up her 3rd win, 6 minors as well in a 10-start career to date. So she doesn't know how to run a bad race, and she's timed her run to perfection under the urgings of Alicia Collett there. 13 will run into second. Let's Go Again. Brave up on speed, and the 8 Harry's Bar. Good first up run. Maybe one to follow deeper into the preparation. As we head back to Eagle Farm, we'll have a listen to the post-race later on here on STC. Lady Extreme taking out race number 3 at Rosehill, closing in 35.78. That last 6:106.66 the overall time. Congratulations, Blake. That was fantastic. A beautiful resumption, wasn't it?
It was, you know, and she really deserved that. 4 starts last prep in town for 4 seconds, and halfway down the straight I thought, here we go again. But she's come back really well. She's over all the little issues she had as a younger horse, and soft tracks help. They went a bit quick. I thought, first up no trial, that might just drag it out of her a little bit, but when she gets to empty, she puts her ears back, and I think if I told her she had to run a bad race today, she'd have headbutted me over the door. So, no, really, really happy. The mare deserved it, and good ride from Alicia, and special mention to Jay Ford, who's done all the work on her from day one. So hopefully Flying Bandit wins for him in Brisbane. As I understand it, there's been a fair bit of work had to be put into this girl during the week. You sort of couldn't get that trial or race fitness under the belt? Yeah, originally wasn't I saw this race about 6 weeks ago, and I thought, OK, we'll jump out on the 12th and trial on the 19th at Hawkesbury and come here with one under her belt. But then they called that off, and she's not a filly I can trial on a synthetic track because she'll go sore. But So just found a couple of mates for her at home. We gave her a couple of really good hit-outs, and she carried a big bloke with a trainer's licence, and so I was pretty confident the way she pulled up Tuesday morning. She was fit enough to at least be competitive, and she did the rest.
You did talk about that first up vulnerability, though. Do you have a plan from this point on if there's improvement under the belt?
Oh, there's a 1200 midway again here in 2 weeks, so she won't be top weight yet off that, looking at her rating in this race. So we'll go there, and then all about getting some repayment for the connections. So.
All right, well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Alicia. Gee, it was a tough win. She was stretched at the half mile, like she was under a bit of pressure, but gee, once she hit her straps there at about the 200, she was strong through the line.
Yeah, no, it was actually a very good win, and obviously Blake had her prime for today. Everyone sort of questioned that trial, and even I did, but the idea was to go forward, but as soon as we jumped positive and I saw the pressure, decided to bring her back and just get into my comfort zone, otherwise she's not going to be finishing off, and they're running it hard. She came underneath herself at the 5, and she actually took me to the 200s, which I wanted, so no, it was a very good effort.
Well done.
Thank you.
20 seconds from go time. NOP reflects everything you've touched on. Maori Chief, $4.20 out of that $4.80. We'll get up to Luke for the call of race number 4 on a heavy 8 here at Rosehill.
And we've only got a couple to move up now, including the favourite Fear No Evil, and Hopper's coming in. He'll appreciate a bit more distance here today, Hopper. He looked gone last start, but really rallied. They're all in. Ready for a start now. Stand by. Often racing, and Maori Chief's missed it off the inside. He's being dug up to hold a spot. Fear No Evil pushes forward. Interjection, Hyperbolic, Mickey's Medal, all handy, and Maori Chief recovers the inside. Like Lukey, centre field, followed by Kundabung. Drifting back was California Sunrise. Hopper, and last was Scorching Legend. Favourite in front, Fear No Evil, leads by 3/4 of a length on Hyperbolic going to second. Mickey's Medal, no luck, he's 3 wide. In behind those, the rails, Maori Chief at the 1,000. Then Interjection getting a good run, followed by Hopper. He's 3 wide as well, but he's got some cover. Behind those horses was Like Lukey as they negotiate the 850 metres mark now. It's travelling over on the inside, just slightly awkwardly placed there as the speed comes right out of the race. Well back was Scorching Legend as they run down the side. Kundabung's between horses, and last was California Sunrise. Up to the home turn, Fear No Evil got a breather. Fear No Evil coming up to the 425, Hyperbolic looming. Mickey's Medal the outside, behind them Interjection, then Maori Chief as they enter the straight. Hopper deeper out. It's Fear No Evil, 375 to run. Hyperbolic, Mickey's Medal moving up on the outside strongly. Then Hopper inside the 250. Mickey's Medal's hit the lead now. Boots away from Hyperbolic. Hopper running on. 150 to go. As they reach the 150 now, Mickey's Medal still going well. Hopper a length away, won't get him. Mickey's Medal giving plenty, and Mickey's Medal too good, wins from Hopper. Hyperbolic stuck on for 3rd, and in behind those for 4th you've got a photo. Fear No Evil, Interjection, California Sunrise, the 3 runners. Behind them next was Scorching Legend. Kundabung over toward the rail. Maori Chief disappointed, he's finished a mile back here, and Like Lukey just in front of him.
Oh, Mickey's Medal trimmed in a couple of points. Brad Gray's on top of salutes. Hats off to you, Bradley. Has had a run of minor placings in recent times, but deserved that win and had to do it the tough way. Sat 3 deep, no cover throughout, and has been able to put them away and put them away well. Don't know that they went too hard, particularly through the middle stages there, and as a result, a few sort of sprinted, but that sprint ended as those up on speed. Still had some petrol left in the tank and kicked clear. 3, 8, 11. It is tight for that 4th spot. I thought the 2 might just get the beak down in time. As we look at the shutter cam, oh, it's agonisingly tight. I'll stay out of that one. The 2 certainly prominent. The 3rd seen there as well. Fear No Evil and California Sunrise. We will head up north and give you that 4th number in a tick. Well, Megan's here representing the Annabelle and Rob Archibald stable. They, of course, had Mickey's Medal, who was fantastic there, wide throughout, but that was brave, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was brilliant to see him. That obviously caught 3 wide, no cover most of the trip, so it was brilliant to see him really fight tough today.
He's been running well, just bumping into one a little bit too good, so the timing was perfect today.
Yeah, it was perfect. I was almost waiting for Hopper just to come down the outside of us, but he really deserved that. He's been running so well this prep.
Okay, do you know whether there are plans to push on beyond this point? I mean, he's deep into a preparation now, so I imagine he's going to knock around in similar company next time.
Yeah, he's quite deep into this prep, but I guess we'll see how he pulls up from this, and I'm sure Annabelle and Rob will come up with a plan for him.
Okay, well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Braith. Good effort. 3 deep, no cover, but he was still electric through the line.
Yeah, he went really good. Everyone just seemed to take their time to get their spots, and all of a sudden there's people inside me, and I think that what felt to be a slow tempo. I thought he just was able to travel really good, and actually he was really relaxed coming to the 600. I just had to wake him up, and then I was just able to idle up, and I still think he might have had a little bit of a think about things once he got there, but he got left alone for a long time, so really good effort.
He's deep into the preparation, but he still looks really sharp.
Yeah, he seems to just be relishing his racing, and he tries his best every time. So.
Well done.
Last couple of minutes or so. As the 6 goes in, we'll go to Luke Marlowe for the call of race number 5 here at Rosehill over the 1100.
Obviously here for this 1100 metre race, Toyota forklifts. $3.90 about your favourite. Don't forget Jack, as Big Red Tequila's about to move in. Power Ballad locked away. 2 to move up. Island Deck and also Masira to complete the line. 5th race, they're ready to go. Red light on now, Ellipsis the inside. Ready. And they're racing now. Ellipsis from the inside stall jumped okay. Favourite came out last. Don't forget Jack. He's missed the kick. Power Ballad was away smartly. And it's joined by Power of the Brave in the lead. So it's all power early. And behind them, King Secret looking for a spot around O'Leary Ellipsis as they stretch out a bit early. Masira getting back, followed by Codetta. The inside is Catahoula, Big Red Tequila, Island Deck. And don't forget, Jack's going to have to pass every one of them if he's to win. Power of the Brave goes quickly up before the turn. 3 lengths in front of Power Ballad. King Secret gets a nice set. He's running third at the 425. Then Ellipsis, followed by Masira. Don't forget, Jack is still last. Power of the Brave early in the straight. Led by 2, Power Ballad. King Secret running on. Further back in the field was Masira. Codetta looking to come through them. Ellipsis is making a little bit of ground. Power of the Brave joined now by King Secret on the outside. Adkins says go on King Secret, and he hit the front. Codetta late on the scene, but it's King Secret in front near home, and he's too good. King Secret on the throne, wins it by 3/4 of a length. On Codetta, Ellipsis, Power of the Brave hit the wall at the 50. Then came Masira, Catahoula, Power Ballad, Island Deck. Then came O'Leary. Don't forget Jack. At no stage was he ever likely. And Big Red Tequila's run last.
Well, his half-sibling has no shortage of ability, and clearly King Secret has a bit too, a 3-year-old son of Shalar. That's win number 2 at start number 5. Throw 3 minors in there as well. He's doing a fantastic job for Joe Pride. Again, we see them steaming down the middle of the track there. As for the minors, the 4 has run well. Codetta franking that market support. The 13, Ellipsis, in for third, has done a good job considering the draw, and the 2, Power of the Brave, who set that early tempo, staggered into 4th in the end. 12-4, 13-2. What did you make of that, Brad?
Yeah, well, I guess it's over to Big Brother now in Queensland, isn't it? So he's got a ways to go to step out of the shadow of Private Eye, but he's certainly on his way. So a lightly raced 3-year-old did a fantastic job there, jumping up in grade. Was given a great ride by Andy Adkins, just keeping him nice and balanced, getting to the right part of the track, and he let down powerfully to hold off Codetta, who did have a few traffic problems there and really flattened out through the line. She'll be better placed out to 1,200 metres, but she'll be a coming winner in her own regard. And Ellipses did have to angle off towards the inside, and there was some merit to that performance, but pretty handy training performance there from Joe to bounce him out from a Kembla Grange 1,000 metre class 1 straight into town, and he gets the job done.
Yeah, really happy for Andy Atkins too, Brad. He's had a run of close placings the last few weeks here in the city, and just good to see him ride that horse as well as he did. He, like you said, he let him go through his gears. He was obviously riding very, very confident. The feel that he must have been giving him must have been really good, because he held on to him for a long while. Just like this horse, he's got plenty of upside.
Interviews to come on STC, but we need to head up to Queensland. 106.4 the overall time, 3/4 by 3/4 the margins. Orla, representing the Joe Pride stable, that must put a big smile on your face to see that kind of performance. His half-brother's pretty handy, as it turns out. He's got a job to do in Queensland later on, but he's got the job done here.
Yeah, no, most definitely. We're obviously just wondering how he's going to go on the track today, but he seemed to just skip along nicely, so it was good to see.
It was. He's been able to pick them up and put them away. He's building a nice record, but you get the impression the stable has quite a high opinion.
Yeah, he is. He's not the size of his brother, but he definitely has the same mind. Like, he's got a lot of grit and he's very genuine. He'll always put his best effort in, so that's definitely where they are the same.
Any word on plans from here on in, or chat to the boss?
Or he'll probably go to the paddock after that. He's had a good few runs this prep, and we'll just give him a little break.
Okay, well done.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Andy. Look, the winner a long way out.
Yeah, he travelled sweet. He had a beautiful, comfortable run throughout. He's starting to get a little bit more professional the further he sort of steps out for his campaign, and he's starting to switch on now and do the right things the right way, as I said, and showed good speed today, which was good. Put himself in a lovely spot, had covered the whole way, and it's just a matter of knowing that he has a really good finish and helping him and assisting him find that. And obviously today we were able to sort of do that through the run, and he showed that turn of foot he can show late.
A little bit of a change of luck. You've had a few unlucky seconds.
Yeah, I know, I just keep running seconds. So it's a good change of luck, and the manager's doing a really good job. And obviously thanks to Joe and Jamie for the support. So very happy.
Well done, bud.
Cheers.
And he's won 3 in a row into the Dragon, been a winning machine this preparation. Here comes the well-backed little Quantro up into the gates. He got a bit keen at Warwick Farm last start in the run. He just takes one more turn. Alicia Collett bringing him in, won the midway earlier. And Cawdor now moves up. And Gazump resuming. He'll complete the line. So he's favourite on his own now, little Quantro. 440, 460 into the Dragon, just a bit soft late. Set for a start. Ready, and they're racing now. Favourite little Quantro got away evenly, showing good speed, edited by Northern Eyes and Forecaster underneath of that pair. Then Cawdor looking for a spot, Pure Alpha, little Quantro just behind those. As they settle into stride, Furious the Rail, Kazalark caught a bit wide. Pushing through the centre into the Dragon. Next in the run as they continue on down the back straight was Victory Lane, Lenape Vibe, Gazumped, and last of all is Rogue Bear. Edited by Shows the Way. He runs to the side, 3/4 of a length in front of Northern Eyes and Forecaster. Cawdor next, being closely followed by Pure Alpha, little Quantro. He's on the outside of Enter the Dragon and Furious. 3 deep the outside was Kazalark. Closely followed by Victory Lane, Lenape, Vibe, Gazumped, and Rogue Bear sees them all. To the side, 600 metres to run, edited by the pilot. He travels boldly in the lead from Northern Eyes. The outside Cawdor, Forecaster behind them. Little Quantro, Pure Alpha the next pair, then Enter the Dragon. Into the straight they come, edited by Lead. Northern Eyes on the outside called upon, then Forecaster, Cawdor. Little Quantro's come to the outside. He's starting to run on with Kazalark the widest at the 250. Northern Eyes has hit the front now, edited by Not Done with Rallies. And Little Quantro keeps coming. He's coming strongly. Pure Alpha the centre. It's edited by Northern Eyes, Pure Alpha, little Quantro. Here's a finish, edited by, like a dog with a bone, he just wouldn't give up, and he fights on the inside to win from a photo. Pure Alpha, I think, getting second ahead of little Quantro, Northern Eyes. Just behind them, Cawdor. They were trailed by, in behind them, Forecaster, Kazalark, Loom, but just knocked up. Victory Lane, Enter the Dragon, Lenape, Vibe, Furious, and he's been one of the last over.
Oh, edited by Jace McMurray. I'm sure there were panic stations as he dropped the whip with 100 or so to go, but he didn't panic. Hands and heels through the line, and he was able to lift. Edited by Over the Line for Michael Friedman. Fantastic win. Win number 7 at start number 20. Has had a few feet dramas by the looks of things, but the sting out of the ground today has proved pivotal there. Good run by the second horse. Pure Alpha seared through the middle, the 13, the 7 and the 5 in a tight go for third, but the 1 will hold on, Bradley.
They were coming hard, weren't they? The two closers, it was an on-speed dominated race yet again, so your two closers did a good job to get as close as they did. Pure Alpha, Little Contro, but edited by, he rolled forward, he made his own luck. Northern Eyes was right there in the finish as well. Wouldn't have wanted it much further, but he did right by the punters that found him there at a price. He's super honest, he's genuine, and when you make your own luck, you do pinch a race from time to time.
Terrific ride there by Jace McMurray. Controlled the race up front, just has it as he likes. So I really like the way this young bloke rides. He doesn't rush horses. He's got terrific hands. He's very, very balanced. He's riding confident. He was that confident he threw the whip away at the 100.
As it turns out, he may have been switching from the left to the right at that point as the other horse just rolled in. But all's well that ends well. 1:13.7 as we head up to Queensland. Well, Sophie, that was a brave on-speed performance. You know what you're getting with this guy, don't you? I know he's only 4. It feels like he's been around forever and he's built a great record, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's very consistent. He always tries and he absolutely loves being here and he loves getting out in front and dictating, and that's exactly what Jace allowed him to do today.
A slightly nervous moment, I'm sure, for Jace as he dropped the whip, and you may have cursed at that point, but the claim has proved pivotal there.
Yeah, absolutely. I certainly think he rode a hell of a lot harder when that stick hit the floor. But no, the claim certainly helped him. It's been a difficult horse to place. He's crept up in the benchmark ratings every time he's started, so it's been really hard to try and find a race for him where he's not going to get too much weight. But with us now having Jace on the team, it's been great to be able to use his 3 kilo claim, and obviously he's put it to play today.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jace. Gee, you travelled strong the whole way.
Oh, didn't I? I got to about the 600 and I was still, pretty much swinging. And I thought, oh, please, if I let you go, don't stop, please. Halfway down the straight, I just wanted the post. But it was a good win and a tough win.
What were your thoughts when you dropped the whip?
I thought, please, the post come quicker, but it was a little mistake there, but
Actually fast run race to what looks like a slow run race, so it could be a real battle of tactics, and what that means for Kerguelen, not too sure where he settles. I can envisage a scenario where he finds himself outside the lead, so we'll see how that unfolds in the early stages. Yeah,
you just sense from that pre-race chat with Paul, though, if they're just a touch soft first up, you wonder whether they want to have that gut buster up on speed. It may not play out that way, and they may walk if they push forward, but the market is certainly reflecting that, Kerguelen will improve off the run as they suggested. $2.40 to $2.60 late. Let's get up to Luke Marlowe for the call of race number 7. This is the first leg of the quaddie. Best of luck with your bets. Let's hope we're at least alive through that first leg.
Red light activated, stand by. They're off now. Unstoppable out the back. Kerguelen, the favourite, is about 5th when they hit the ground. Furious Iron Man and Fully Lit, the first trio, with Kerguelen pushing up now into a great position. Clear Proof looking for a spot. He's caught on a limb at the moment as Unstoppable creeps up on the rail. Drifting back was Smashing Time, being followed by, at the end, Crafty Eagle, and he's wanting to get his head up and do a few things wrong. Fully Lit kicks through, takes the lead off the back straight, a half length in front of, on the outside, Brave One. 2 lengths away, third was Kerguelen. He couldn't ask for a better run. He's sitting right on the bunny of these leaders. In behind those horses was Unstoppable, Smashing Time, Iron Man, Clear Proof, and Crafty Eagle's the last one, 400 metres out. Fully Lit led in the straight from Brave One, he's outside. Now Kerguelen's about to be called upon. He eases around heels and he quickens nicely. Kerguelen looms. McAvoy's kidding to him at the moment. He joins Brave One. Unstoppable looking for a tight run and then Smashing Time, but Kerguelen's hit the front from Brave One, who fights on. Kerguelen, 75 to go. He's just got to tough it out. He's got his head in front and he's holding Brave One. Kerguelen that bit too good. Kerguelen beats Brave One. Third in, Unstoppable. Fully Lit's run 4th. Behind them, Crafty Eagle, Smashing Time, Clear Proof and Iron Man.
Oh, he's given the majority of them fitness and he's still been able to give them a beating. I reckon he'd had enough late. He certainly didn't have a think, but he was running out of petrol tickets, it's fair to say, the 10. The 16's been really brave in Brave 1, aptly named. The 9, Unstoppable, has gone okay, but again, giving away that fitness to the eventual winner and getting beaten by a few lengths in the end. And the 3, Fully Lit, another one that was first up like the winner and could improve off the back of that, set the early tempo, and there was a little bit more early speed than maybe we anticipated there, with Brave 1 pushing forward. The winner too good for them though. Brad, good work.
Yeah, lovely ride there from Karen McAvoy. 1 out, 1 back, just peeled to the right part of the track, and he had to dig in for the fight there, Kerguelen, because Brave 1, he wouldn't lie down. To his credit, he absorbed some of that early pressure. You can see the gap right back through to third there, so they beat the rest of margin. And 2 progressive types, both lightly raced and both going places, so I think you'll be well served to follow the pair of those through the winter months, and they've proven today they can get through the heavy. We already knew that with Kerguelen, of course. So I want to be a little bit forgiving. Unstoppable, I don't think he got the chance to build into the race when he needed to, albeit beaten a fair margin. But the story here is the winner too good. Did right by the punters. 6 starts, 3 career wins, and that won't be the last time we see him in the winner's stall, Corey.
Yeah, I really like him as a horse as well, Brad. But I love when McAvoy's riding confident. He's just one of those riders. He's super relaxed. He's super balanced. He's got terrific hands on a horse. He's just the package when he's in form. He's rode that horse an absolute treat there.
Well, he's a talent, and if he's got room for improvement off the back of that, he's in for a good preparation, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's definitely got room for improvement. He presented quite big today, so he'll improve a lot from that.
Did you get the impression he'd had enough late?
It looked like it. He was the first horse under the pressure at the corner, but he battled on really well. So, and the inside horse had a run, so it was a good effort.
Any idea on ambitions from this point on?
No, he's just well suited in the winter with the wet tracks, and just James will place him where he can win.
He seems to swim through it. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, K-Mac. He's a really nice horse. He looked like he run at end a little bit, but still strong.
Yeah, it was my first sit on him, but he took my eye in the parade ring. As I'm sure he did a few others. He's a nice horse to sit on, and good attitude. James was pretty confident that he'd come back in good order, and yeah, just a 1200 first up today, but he ticked that box, and he gave me good confidence throughout the race. He was able to get a good spot and travelled like the winner the whole way.
Well done.
Thanks.
All the money's with Glory Days here late, 350. That's as short as he's been throughout betting. Benny, any final thoughts there?
No, you do often see monetary pushes for these horses with big syndications, and I guess that could be an excuse for Glory Days, but I just find it remarkable that we had $41 bet about a horse in a much easier race only a week ago, and now we're talking $3.60 in from $4.20 at listed level. So clearly punters happy to still take the punt with Glory Days, and money speaks all languages. Beyond that, Karen is looking to claw his way to the front there in the Jockey Challenge. He was our even money favourite, and he's now picked up a double. So you'll be on good terms with yourself if you jumped in there. And we also had that additional market, which I touched on earlier, to him win 2 or more, 3 or more, 4 or more. For those who took the even money about the 2 or more, you're on pretty good terms with yourself as well, having already collected there. Our feature for the day, the Lord Mayor's Cup, as we get to Luke Marlow for this 2,000 metre event.
We're all set. There they go. They're off and racing now, and Cadavar was out the back. Hesitated and missed it. Glory Days away smartly, and he's pushing up near the inside, as are about 6 or 7 of them. A wall of horses here early stages. Double Cherry's handy. Touristic pushing up. Major Beale, Shazad, Spaycaster all holding prominent spots when they go past the 1,400 metres. Glory Days is just off them now from Sir Chartwell centre field. They were being trailed by First Light on the rails, covered up by Don Diego de Vega the Grey. They sweep into the back, and Baccio Del Mist is trying to take closer order on the outside. Private Legacy, Mormona, Sir Lucan ridden quietly. And last is Cadavar. They stretch out over plenty of territory here. About 16 lengths cover them, and Major Beale eventually got his way. Major Beale goes to the front. He's 3/4 clear of Shazad, and Double Cherry stalking right behind them. Spaycaster slots in nicely fourth. And then the heavily backed Glory Days. He's just back on the rails here. Touristic centre field, 1 off past the 1,000. Then came First Light. Closely followed by Sir Chartwell, the outside. 3 wide, Baccio Del Mist. Then Don Diego de Vega. Private Legacy on the rails. Further afield, Cadavar. Then More Mona and Sir Lucan on the fence is last. Down the side they go. Major Beale puts the 600 behind him. He leads by half a length on Shazad. Double Cherry, Spay Caster, Touristic. Glory Days just looking to try and work out of a pocket. He's held up at the moment. Then came First Light as they spin the turn, and Major Beale starts to crank it up now. He's one in front of Shazad. Room for Glory Days on the fence. Double Cherry, Spay Caster, Touristic being cuddled. He's running on, so's Baccio Del Mist. It's Major Beale, 200 to go. Touristic's coming. Touristic looms up on the outside of Major Beale, and they fight it out. Touristic got his head in front. He's drawn a half. Now a full length in front of Major Beale, and Touristic racing away with the Lord Mayor's Cup. He's too good. Wins it from Major Beale. Glory Days has run third, and fourth over Don Diego de Vega. Then Baccio Del Mist, Spay Caster, followed by in behind the More Mona, First Light, Shazad, Double Cherry, Private Legacy, Cadavar, Sir Lucan, and toward the end was Sir Chartwell. Touristic dominant.
He certainly was dominant, and you know what deserved that? It has been a year between drinks. It has been a long wait. He's had a lot of near misses along the way. He's been running well in hot races. You know, the Group 2 Selwood ran 4th at Rosehill. He ran 8th at Randwick in a JRA plate, beaten 5 admittedly behind Bois d'Argent, bumped into Les Vampire last time. There are some good horses along the way that Touristic has been running against, and the 6-year-old son of Frankel picks up career victory number 5 at start number 37. Big moment for Andy Adkins too. Andy is a bloke that we know can ride at the top level. He's done so for a while. He's won big feature races, but confidence is everything, and it's a funny time of year. Some of these jockeys, they get afforded opportunities they wouldn't typically get, and he's grabbed it with both hands there, Bradley.
He is certainly making the most of it, isn't he, Andy Atkins? So he seems to be the type of horse that just needs a few things to fall into place. He needs to find a rhythm, he needs to drop his head, and then be presented at the right time, just to allow him to move through the gears, go through the motions, and a perfectly executed ride on that occasion by Andy Atkins, and he has really run away with it late. There was a bit of arrogance and a bit of dominance to that performance. Major Beale was brave. He made his own luck on top of the speed, gave a kick, looked the winner briefly, but he had Touristic breathing down his neck. Glory Days, I know he had to switch back towards the inside, but ultimately looked to get his chance, and Don Diego de Vega was the grey flashing home at the finish. You can mark him down as one to follow. He was first up with natural improvement to come.
He's an absolute gun, Andy Atkins, and he really deserves this. He's one of those up-and-coming riders that he had a lot of bad luck there a few years back when injuries and race falls, and it just really knocked the confidence out of him. But now that he's getting a few more opportunities this time of year, he'll make the most of it. He's a gun rider, and if he's given the opportunities, he is a top rider.
That's it. Opportunities are everything, and he's taken the most of that one, Andy Adkins. Congratulations, Aaron. Fantastic for Peter Snowden as well to get a win out of Touristic. We spoke about it earlier today. It has been a long time between drinks, a year, but he was fantastic, wasn't he?
No, he was fantastic. He's been running well all preparation. He's been up and going for quite some time now. I think it's his 7th or 8th run this time in, but look, he was full of life, as I mentioned before, the last couple of weeks. He was really on song, and lovely ride by Andy. He does a lot of work in the stable, so he deserves it.
Yeah, he's the sort of horse that would appear that you can keep up for ages. You know you're going to get the same run to the same level each and every time, and he has been knocking around in group company, in fairness to him.
Yeah, that's right. As I mentioned before, he ran close to the Neville Selwood over the Carnival, and he just loves to get his toe into the ground, and once these tracks are around him, he really excels.
Is there anything in the back half of Queensland maybe that he might be entertained for?
Yeah, but potentially the Calandra Cups at the end of the Carnival. You also have the Winter Cup over here in a couple of weeks' time. But look, he keeps fronting up and coming through each and every run in good order. So we'll make a decision next week.
Well done to the team, and of course to Peter. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much to Aaron. Yeah, Peter Snowden, what a brilliant horseman. He is 8, 1, 5 and 11. The last 600 in 36.21. The race time in 2:06.73. 2 1/4 lengths by 3/4 of a length. And, you know, I don't want to overstate it, Corey, but there are some interviews that you look forward to more than most. And I imagine this chat with Andy Adkins is one of them, picking up another listed win.
For sure, and he really deserves this. He's a great rider. Like I said, hasn't had a lot of luck with injuries in that the last few years. But, gee, he gave me a good ride.
Yeah, he did. I thought the main thing for him today was to begin well, which he's not really known for. So I was one box ticked early on, and I just wanted to have the most economical run throughout as I could. And there was another box tick and just a fluent run from the 600 and that he got. So he was always going to be strong late. He's been crying out for a track like that, brain affected, and he got that today as a fit horse.
How does it feel to be back in the listed race circle?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously great support from Pete. He's done my whole career in Sydney, so very thankful to him and his team, and very happy.
Great ride, well done.
Cheers.
Finding some form. He'd been struggling prior to that. Now, good prize. This horse has been in scintillating touch, and he's 850. He's rock solid here. Good prize. Up goes Seafall, and we're just about set. Ready now. Starter doesn't hold them. They're often racing at the 1800 metres, and Mr. Kipchoge a bit sluggish into stride. Walking, Painting flew out of the stalls. Makes a beeline for the rails and gets the lead easily. Coming across County Kilkenny. Good prize is going keen on the outside, rolling forward. In behind them, Anderson Bridge, Sun Source, Cormac T, Monarch's Bray a bit wide around the outside. Koto de Kaza's over on the rails as they go into the back straight. Then Freight Train, Mr. Kipchoge. Half Yours is drifting back. Going past it was Seafall and Kind Words on the rails. In the back straight they are now. Walking Painting gets a cheap lead. 1,200 metres to go. A half length in front. Good prize Parks in second. Cormac T's going forward but wide on the outside. He's sliding up, taking closer order. He's going to try and get outside the lead here, Cormac T, and he'll just about succeed in doing that now. Inject some more speed into the race. Anderson Bridge is fourth, the rails. County Kilkenny on the outside, followed by Sun Source. Then Mr. Kipchoge. Koto de Kaza's on the fence as they slow again. Behind those Freight Train, taking off out wide was Half Yours. It's going forward quickly. Further back then was Kind Words, Monarchs, Bray and Seafall. They walked there, and here it comes, Half Yours. It's gone right around them here. Dylan Gibbons has taken off and hits the lead. 450 metres to go, sustaining a long run. Walking Paintings coming back on the inside, goes to second and switches off the leader's heels now. A lot of these out sprinted. Good prize is gone. Further back, Cormac T, County Kilkenny. Half Yours halfway down the straight led. Can he keep going? Walking Paintings starting to chip into the margin. Then Cormac T, 100 to go. It's still Half Yours. Walking Painting a length away. He can't do any more. And what about this? Half Yours. Great ride, Gibbons. He got around the outside and got the money. 3 lengths on Walking Painting. Cormac T, I think, has run third in a photo there over Mr. Kipchoge. Then Good Prize, followed by Kind Words. Next in was Freight Train. Further back was, as they pull up, Monarch's Bray, Seafall. Some of these back markers never in it. Sun Source, Anderson Bridge, Koto de Kaza.
Well, you're always keen to celebrate the equine athlete, and Half Yours has been enormous there, but Dylan Gibbons, take a bow. If you thought his ride on Hollywood Hero last week was a ripper, well, how about that one? He's taken off at the 700, shown initiative where others have lacked. He's launched, and this horse has been able to go on with the job. A 4-start winner now. A 4-time winner in 8 career starts. He's done a brilliant job. The blinkers went on for the first time. He was sharp when Dylan asked for something into Tony and Calvin McAvoy. Well worth the trip from Ballarat. Brad, fantastic win, the 13. The 3 was brave as well, Walking Painting up on speed. The 8 Cormac T stuck on okay. Mr. Kipchoge in a photo for 4th, but oh, how good was that ride?
I had to double check and make sure Antino hadn't rolled his way into Rosehill today. The way that he rode him, just took off early and he just kept on running, didn't he? So you can only stand and applaud the tactics. Took off what turned out to be exactly the right time. There was a real anchor drop there in the middle stages and you saw the field bunch up. A few of those just in behind got on the chewy and Dylan thought, nope, I'm going to take this race by the scruff of the neck, and that's exactly what he did. You thought he'd be vulnerable late, given he was 7 weeks between runs, yet to the horse's credit, he kept on digging. Walking and Painting, the change of tactics have done wonders for him. He's really turned a corner, and maybe a similar race just around the corner for him. But yeah, stand and applaud. Fantastic steer there, Corey.
Yeah, an absolute fantastic steer, Brad. And it's great that he showed initiative. Like, they were doing walking speed down the back, but when he pushed the button, he knew it was exactly the right time. It was just a terrific ride. I love to see when jockeys use their noggins like that and make decisions when things are going not their way and really rip into it. So, yeah, terrific ride, Dill. Well done.
Yeah, absolutely. Hats off. I'm sure it pleased Calvin McAvoy. The first half, speaking of half yours, the first half of the race, you were probably panic stations, but once he injected that speed with that move at the 700, really the race was yours for the taking.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I was worried. I mean, the pace was muddling and they slowed up a couple of times, but Dylan came out with a bit of a plan to have no plan, really, and it worked out well, and it certainly wasn't the plan to take off mid-race, but that was a great ride and it paid off, and you know, the horse was a little space between runs today, up to 1800 blinkers first time. You know, he's a horse we've got a big opinion of. We've been waiting for some soft ground, which we're not getting down in Victoria, and there's bigger things to come for him.
Well, you went up to the 1800 last preparation, and maybe it all came a little bit too soon, but you get the impression, I mean, he's run that out strongly, and he's had to do work essentially from the 700 metre mark.
Yeah, look, this is actually only his third run for us. We purchased the horse, and you know, he won last start but fell in, and it was a bit of a weird race. We didn't know what to take of it because we were very bullish going into that run, and you know, he's a horse that will go through his grades, and he might go up to Queensland now and target something like an Ipswich Cup.
Okay, beautiful. Looks a lovely target for him. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Calvin and, of course, Tony McAvoy. 13, 3, 8 and 17. They've closed in 35.79 and the race time 1:53.92. 3.5 lengths by 1 1/4 lengths. And D. Gibbons, a short price favourite for our Ride of the Week on Black Bookers on Thursday.
Oh, Ride of the Week. It was Ride of the Year. What do you think?
I thought the element of surprise really surprised them. I said to them pre-race I just wanted to float into a spot, and a few had the same idea, so when I ended up last I wasn't happy about that, and I seen about 12 other jockeys run up bums, and I just thought once you get into this straight line here, he's got the shades on, I'll see how he reacts, and I didn't really want to put him to the sword that quick, but when he sprinted I thought I've caught him napping here, so I might as well try and go on with it, and full credit to the team because that was a tough effort.
Great ride, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Ready, race 10. They're racing. Tatoka last away. Weeping Woman was first into stride. Favourite looking for the lead. First person gets underneath of her, and Monty Cate's on the premises. Handy Alapicanto, the inside Summer Flame. So you Pence looking for a spot on the outside. So too Lulamon in the next group of runners, followed by Tatoka the Rails, Pajanti, Liberty State. Getting back was Left Field as they negotiate that first turn. Gently rolled, picking up ground toward the inside, followed by Acapella Sun. And Miss Jennifer is last of all. They hike along up front here. First person holds the lead. 600 metres to go. The Hot Pot Weeping Woman parked second. Then Monty Cate, followed by Summer Flame. Alapicanto, So You Pence, Lulu Mon, Tatoka. They spin in the straight now, 400 metres to go. Weeping Woman first person together. He goes for Weeping Woman now, and she's hit the front narrowly. Monty Cate's right there. So You Pence, Alapicanto, Tatoka, and Liberty State running home. Weeping Woman led, 150 to go, but she's under siege. First person comes back. Late Liberty State. It's first person, Weeping Woman. Liberty State. Liberty State charges over the top. Great return to racing. Liberty State, big win, has won from either first person or Weeping Woman. Tatoka fourth. Then Monty Cate, So You Pence, Pajanti, Gently Rolled, Lulamon, Miss Jennifer, Alapicanto, Left Field, Summer Flame, and the last one was Acapella Sun.
Oh, hasn't he found some good form, Dylan Gibbons? He's riding oh so well, and he gets a win there. The 12 Liberty State, first up for Team Hawks, has been able to settle back and steam over the top. Has come with a huge run, a barnstorming run. Has run well fresh in the past, but that almost a career peak today. Win number 4 at start number 10, and that'll put a big smile on the face of those Team Hawks members. I have a feeling Dylan may have split the jockey challenge because first person may have clung on to second. As a result, Karen McAvoy will pick up the 2 points, so they'll be all square. The 10 ultimately running into third, and it looked as though Tatoka would run fourth. Brad, nice finish to the day. Good win, wide throughout, but maybe that's the better place to be.
Certainly a nice finish if you found her at big odds. There was a little bit of late support for the first upper, and she came with a barnstorming finish, didn't she, to get home right over the top. You thought that first person Weeping Woman had kept each other busy enough to set it up for a closer, but halfway down the straight you're thinking they might fight it out, and it was first person who looked to be prominent kicking back towards the inside. What they didn't account for is Dylan Gibbons getting the timing spot on. He's come with a rush right down the outside, and what a lovely return to the races for this 5-year-old mare.
Another great ride there by Dill. And Brad, isn't it funny, like he ended the day, he was having no luck, he was drawing soft and he was stuck on the inside fence and needed to get out off the fence, but riding one winner and the confidence building effort, and just to see how well he rode straight after that, absolute gem.
12, 13, 10 and 15. Sounds as though there was some pre-race confidence from the stable here with Liberty State. First up from a break, this 5-year-old. You're expecting a bold run today?
Yeah, we were, Ben. It was a bit unfortunate when the barriers come out, but I said to Brad Crismail that owns it with his sister Deanne, I said pre-race, Dylan came out, I said just get her in a nice rhythm and relax and just try and keep it together. I didn't expect him to be that far back, to be honest, but the last thing I said is just keep it together. She'll hit momentum and she'll just win. So Brad informs me he had a little bit on, and I told him to go and have a lot more on.
Good, I'm glad. And well, he'll have plenty to spend on another horse with you now. Hey, Liberty State, second up winner last start. Is there room for improvement off the back of that, or were you cherry ripe for a first up assault?
No, she'd been in work a while, and we just took our time with her. Obviously, being by American Pharaoh, she's taken a fair amount of time. She's always shown the ability, but the Crismails, they're breeders, they understand what it's all about, and as I said, first up today, she's got more improvement. She got through the ground well. Dylan rode her well from the awkward draw. He just kept her balanced, and she was 4 wide the whole way. So to be fair, I don't think you'll see a better win anywhere in Australia today than that.
Fantastic win. Well done to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. All right, 12, 13, 10 and 15. 36.19 that last 6, and the race time in 1:13.77. The margins, well, she's won by 1 1/4 in the end, so she's done it pretty comfortably, and a half neck between second and third. But Liberty State picks up career win number 4, and Dylan Gibbons picks up another winner here today. Over to you, Corey.
Congratulations, Dill. When you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah, that didn't go to plan at all. Plan was to be handy and have a comfy, but she's just been for speed early, and I probably come back half a length more than I probably should have, thinking I was going to get 3 wide with cover. But from there, and probably the way the track's deteriorated, she was in fresh ground and wasn't getting kickback. So, no, I'm trying to sugarcoat sitting 4 wide, but I gave her a chance to finish off, and she was explosive late.
What I liked about her, how long she sustained that run.
Exactly, and you could see she was getting a little bit tired, switched back to her other lead leg, but she's just as honest as the day is long, and I'm thankful for it.
Well done, bud. Good day.
Thank you.